It's time for the 10th and final round of an already spectacular American Le Mans Series season with the 4-hour Monterey Sports Car Championships. Now, adding to the scenery here was the official unveiling of Porsche's first factory prototype since 1998. The LMP2 RS Spyder was initially slated to debut at Road Atlanta, but it was well worth the wait here. Clearly, Porsche is back with a vengeance and with Penske Motorsports to boot. The car immediately proved to be very quick, and in fact, Sasha Maassen obliterated the track record in qualifying. The car is spectacular.
As we look at the LMP 1-point standings, that championship has been decided in the favor of Pirro and Biela at Road Atlanta. All they have to do today is win more bragging rights for the off-season. But the car they're all going to be chasing once again is the very fast Zytek machine. Yesterday, young Tom Chilton from England put the car on the pole. The second race in a row that we've seen this car start from the pole position, but at Petit, we certainly saw a lot of drama there in the first corner.
In the GT2 Championship, it is in control right now with the boys at Peterson White Lightning. Jörg Bergmeister and Patrick Long. If they can finish 70% of the event today, they will come home with their first ALMS GT2 Drivers' Championship, and it will be the first ALMS Championship for Peterson White Lightning. But it will not be easy at all, as the guys at Alex Job Racing will have something to say about that. Romain Dumas and Timo Bernhard in the number 23 car will start from the pole for the 7th time this season. Young German ace Mike Rockenfeller and his BAM Porsche thought he had a legitimate shot at the pole, but on his quick lap, he was balked by Romain Dumas. He certainly let his feelings about that balk be known.
Chilton bringing them to the line in the Zytek, looking for the green flag. 4 hours of racing underway. It's clean, and interestingly, Dorsey, both Lado and Weaver at Road Atlanta at the Petit said that the Zytek car slowed up a little more going into turn than they expected. Looked like he was cautious here again, and that allowed, obviously, the 16 lights to move around into the lead.
And the boys in the Zytek, the only car in the field that hasn't run in this crowd a lot as we ride on board with Frank Biela in the alley. This is climbing up now to turn 6. A little bit of a break, not much, almost just a lift. You flick it into the corner. We'll see trouble here before the days are only straight now. Here it is now. Right in front of us, one of the Dysons. Chris, I believe.
But up front, Leitzingen leads it. Chilton right there in the Zytek second. Frank Biela, Marco Werner taking advantage of Dyson's problems. And kind of an unusual story there. Werner, normally a brutally fast qualifier, only able to qualify 6th, complaining of bad push. Understeer all weekend so far. Now, right behind Dyson there is the orange and yellow DHL Global Delivery Porsche RS Spyder on the pole in the LMP2 class, leading right now. The interesting story, as we heard from the gentleman in the pits at the start of the show, Field had the problem, ended up second to last at the end of qualifying. They elected to change tires and started, they only gave it one spot. That's a smart move, I think. And the scene, the battle of that Lola versus this Porsche. Here we are in our GT2 category right now, and the guy who was a little frustrated in qualifying, Mike Rockenfeller, didn't waste much time getting around the guy who frustrated him and moved into the lead in that, right there, that black and red Porsche.
And remember, he showed him the fender. He said, look, you messed me up. I will get you for that. So I think these guys right now, I wouldn't mess with Mike right away at the beginning of this.
Well, we talked at the front end of the show about Mike Rockenfeller being pretty upset about Romain Dumas potentially blocking him during his qualifying run. Well, instead of things actually settling down over the last 24 hours, they've actually gotten worse. I spoke to Romain this morning. He said, I can't believe what Mike is saying. He said, I went and apologized to him. I didn't try and get in his way. My speed through the corkscrew was what I normally do through there, and Mike believes I blocked him. So he said he's actually been to some of the Porsche folks and complained to them that I screwed up his best qualifying run. So he said, I don't understand why this is getting out of hand. He said, it was innocent enough. There's certainly a lot on stake here today. Those Porsche boys are certainly looking ahead to next year, but there's going to be 2 of those prototypes, and I know both of those boys like to have their butt in the seat.
Now we go to GT1. There is the number 3 bet of fellows who has gotten by Borchler, was able to get by it. Boy, didn't waste much time, Dorsey. Once he cleared Borchler, he opened it up. We'll go back and show you that pass.
We just got word down here, Greg, the Celine has lost its power steering. Carl Shearer, their PR rep, just came down, showed me the note. So obviously Terry's going to have to adjust. But he said at Road Atlanta, when it happened to them there, they lost the pump belt there, that he said he could only hang on for about 12 laps. They had to come in and pit. He said it's just torturous trying to manhandle that car with no power steering.
Oh, we got the 71 Car Sport Viper, the ESN Viper has, or ESP Viper, excuse me, has gone off, and we are now officially in a full course caution. There's the number 63 in the hands of Terry Borscheler. He had just made a stop on the last lap. He is coming back in once again as they are trying to solve that problem with the power steering. Brian?
Guys, he came in under the yellow. It was the perfect opportunity for these guys because Dorsey, as you said, no power steering around. Laguna Seca is absolutely brutal.
Meanwhile, we are back to green, and in front of the field, Leitzinger, Chilton, Biela, Werner, and Dyson. And then it's Sasha Maassen once again leading in the LMP2 division and sitting 6th overall.
All the lead cars having trouble finding traction on the restart. All of them jump sideways, so slippery racetrack. And then there's a spin by the Bannister car. That will bring out a caution that will certainly be stuck. High-centered, I'm sure.
Pace car you see in there and down in. And now, of course, with that stop, we've had some pit stops. You see that Chilton in the Zytek now finds himself in the lead. Butch Leitzinger pitted, and that changed it up. So Chilton is now out front. We had some other stops as well.
See
look at this battle right here.
how fast Chilton chooses to go. Now he has the lead. See what kind of lap times he might run. The GT2 battle, we realize, is pretty good still.
That's 1, 2, 3 right there. They've got the number 4 vet right behind them.
And we have a problem. 50 Panos is spun. No.
Wow.
Maybe he did get helped by the Aston Martin. I'm not sure.
Watch it right here.
I'm sure.
Pretty positive at that stage.
Yeah.
And then he just lit him up. And here is Tom Chilton, and now free and clear of the pack, has opened up about a 2-second margin over Marco Werner. Right there, sits in the 2nd spot. So there's your margin. And we had seen times in the 118s, pretty much a couple of 117s, and they haven't gone any quicker than that.
Greg, I checked in with Trevor Foster back with Chilton before this last caution when he was running 2nd. I said, are you just biding your time? Are you running a pace? He said, yes, we're very content at this point in time to run a pace. We're not in a hurry to get into the lead.
We now go back to GT2 and check out this battle. Rockenfeller and Dumas swapping it back and forth.
Exited this corner. Both these cars let it happen instead of crashing.
Which is kind of surprising. Not a love loss between these guys.
Well, we've seen a lot of guys that didn't give room right there, and then they slam door to door, end up spinning out as a result.
Welcome back to Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca, everybody. We are under a full course caution here at this stage, and the reason is, well, an off once again by this car and another one involved, and we'll get to that in a moment. But
Correct, the Zytek was in, so was the number 20 Dyson car. The number 16 will also be coming to pit road. Your P2 leader, the Porsche, has stayed out.
Green, and Sasha Maassen has brought that Porsche LMP2 car within 1 position of an overall lead. So looking pretty good. Big lockup right there. The tires have cooled off, and you've got Tom Chilton right behind them. And when I say cool off, things have been cooling off rapidly here. So when we go caution, the effect on this tire is more prominent. Now here's JJ Leda, who was charging and working his way up through the pack of this group, and he has now fallen back to 6th place. And here's why, Dorsey, I can only say it was really a bizarre moment.
Actually, it's James Weaver who's been working up, but this is a bizarre moment for JJ as he approaches turn 1. Watch what happens. There's Chris Dyson, JJ 2nd behind that Weaver, and watch the Audi all of a sudden here get locked up, sparks flying, off into the gravel. He'll make a good save here, I'll be telling you. But I don't know what that was all about at all. A lot of speed on with the car, kept it through the gravel trap.
Now we are in the middle of our 4th caution of this race. We want to get down to the pits and get an update on what's been unfolding. Let's start with Calvin.
Well, Greg, during this caution period, the overall leader of the race, Frank Biela, made a pit stop, full service there, tires, fuel, and changed over to Emanuele Pirro. At the same time, the number 1 car, JJ Leto, had been struggling a little bit trying to get by Chris Dyson, also made a stop. He stayed in the car. It was fuel only, and he was able to leapfrog Emanuele Pirro in pit lane and take over position there.
Absolutely, we are back to green. By the way, the reason for the caution, the number 78 J3 Racing Porsche Maurizio Fabri just had a minor off into the gravel in turn 2 and had to be hauled out. So nothing major there, but it did open up the pits and people were able to take advantage of it. And one of the stories that we've been following is the charge back to the back of the car second in the screen, the 1610 for Norco Lola, in the hands of James Weaver. He's hunting.
Yeah, he is. Greg, one of our Porsche keys of the race that we talked about at the opening of the show. It's fuel strategy. We're seeing it played out right now. And some guys are opting not. The 15 that's leading opted not to take advantage of that time going in and topping the fuel. So we're going to have to see how that plays out as the next 2 hours of this race goes. That's the 23.
Oh boy, Timo Bernhard.
Timo Bernhard, and he's not going anywhere. That's going to bring out another full course, no doubt about that.
Well, this may be the defining moment in the race right now for the GT2 Drivers' Championship.
I think you're looking right at it. Aston Martin's there, and around he goes.
Just got that little tink, and that's all it takes in that corner.
And there goes the championship, because I guarantee you he's going to be there a lap or two at least.
The guy in Aston Martin was really not fair and driving like crazy, and it happened what it should happen. They all the time overtake you, but they stay in your door. So sometimes, you know, it's not because you are a better car that you are a better driver.
Well, big problem, Tim, the number 37 in the sport machine. Clintfield made a stop, fuel only, couldn't get any life back into this AER engine. So right now this has huge championship implications. Remember, Clintfield, the captain of the championship today, has to score some points if the Mazda was to win. So they need to get to 70% distance. That's about another hour before they're going to get any points on the board.
We are back to green. Green flag has come out. It's James Weaver leading the field. Sasha Bassett in the Porsche, second overall, leading in LMP2, but second overall once again. Then the two Audis looking pretty racy. We have a report that the number 58 of Petrolami has been brought in and served a stop and go for contact. And of course, that was with the number 23 of Bernhard that put 23 in the gravel. And you heard the update on the GT2 pit stops with the 23 situation. Guess who's leading? Bill Oberlin in the Panos. That was sideways at the exit of turn 11. But without a question, the greatest battle that is unfolding on the track and continues to is in GT1. Essentially for second place, but the leader right now out of sequence on the stops. It is the Aston Martin in the hands right now of David Brabham, the silver of Simcoe Saleen, of Terry Portuler, and Ron Fellows now, the number 3 CompuWare Corvette, has gone around teammate Olivier Beretta. These four have been running in lockstep for some time. And if you remember earlier, we saw the number 4 try a big move and run wide. Well, he got balked here as he tried another move, and Dorsey door slam.
Yeah, got the door slammed, and watch now. Ron Fellows says, "Oh, you lost your momentum. Guess what? I'll take that." But remember, these guys are racing for a driver's championship here. Ooh, and they touched a little bit right there.
Right there.
I bet you Doug Feehan got on the radio and said, "We will have no more of that."
Now you come up to a slower Maserati at the moment, so poor. Oh, he's taking it at the corkscrew.
There you go. Good job there.
Baby, yeah, baby. Yeah, you're the man.
That's Spinks. That is the crew chief, and Brabham got so hurt in terms of momentum that there goes Borchler as well. Oh, and look at this move. Fellows underneath and picks the lead up. Boy, he threaded the needle of traffic.
Dude. Unbelievable. Nice and smooth. Don't even look out back. Trans Am stuff there, buddy.
Now look, the Porsche's involved. The Zytek's involved. He's on inside.
And
Zytek is up to second now. He had passed, while we've been watching the GT1 battle, I mean, he has passed Leto, Piro, and Marcin just going down to the last time.
So, well, I'm going to pass you, and while I'm at it, I'll pass you, and you, and you.
Well, and we've been talking about it, Dorsey, and I don't know, Tom, if I've been able to see it, but watching that Zytek, when it goes to throttle, that car just leaps forward, and it just, I would think that would make that car very effective in traffic. The battle closing up at the front of the pack, and Hayanar Shimoda taking a run. Boy, he came out of nowhere, made up a lot of ground, and dove to the inside. Unbelievable. I don't think Weaver expected that to happen at all.
Looked his mirror, he thought he's okay, and then he just throws it in, Shimoda. It's 100% attack, 110%. I mean, it could have gone wrong. Weaver tries the best to close him after he's taken by surprise. But, yeah, it's great sports covers.
Meanwhile, look at this. Here comes the 57. Grab up. Contact. Bang.
I knew that was coming. There's no room on the outside.
Fourth in class right now. Brabham trying to get around DeSimone. And that again for fourth in class. Up in front of them, it's Fellows, Borchler, Beretta, 1, 2, 3 at this stage.
Boy, DeSimone bit between his teeth, being aggressive this week.
Here we go.
Now we go, and again, almost a hit, or probably a little
Oh,
hit.
they touched.
Oh, look at this here.
It happened again up here, the next right-hander with the other car.
Now, Petrolami is able to get by as well. I think the Maserati got lost. And guess what? A good battle unfolding in GT1 once again. There we go. Borchler and Beretta. Beretta dive bombs down underneath going into the Andretti hairpin, but again gets in too hot. Borchler accelerates and comes right back out again. That's twice we've seen Beretta try that low move in and just wash out mid-corner. And the number 37 of Clint Field now has come back out and is back in his pit stall. Cal?
Well, what the team has to do is to prove to the officials here, as he just did, that it can fire up under its own power. I just spoke to Brian Alden, the crew chief. He said it was a major wire from the battery all the way back down underneath the engine bay, underneath the exhaust. They had to change out. Very difficult to get to, very hot, of course, at this stage in the race. But the key is now they're 30-odd laps behind. They can't afford another problem of any major length, because they still have to get that 70% distance in laps tonight.
Get inside.
Oh, look at Borchler going to try and follow him through. He's there. They touch. They hit again. Double contact.
Well,
And
Olivier Beretta getting more than his fair share of
Buddy,
driving this
16
thing.
laps. 60 to 70 laps to go. Keep it up, buddy.
We are back at Monterey. Big problems for the Maserati as it was struggling anyway. And then just a few moments ago, Dorsey, you could see the remnants of a lot of fluid down on the track, courtesy of the Maserati.
There it is. It's just pouring the water out. You see underneath it.
You see the left front corner is all wrinkled.
And then watch this. His car's behind it, not aware yet that that's happened.
Here's the Celine.
And it goes off, and it's in the water.
It threw something up.
Watch here, almost T-bones. I mean, that was close.
And our overall race leader, Hayanara Shimoda, is in. Brian.
Greg, routine stop. It's fuel only. They will double stint these Michelin tires. He should be go to the end. We've seen how strong this Zytek is. 3 races, 3 pole positions. Will it be third time's a charge for victory? We'll find out. Shimoda will take this thing all the way to the checkered flag.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And here comes Weaver, and he's coming in. He was closing up, but now he's going to make the move into pit lane.
Now, this is strange because he already made a pit stop not long back, it seems. It looks like he's unbelting as well.
So he's getting out. Going to turn over to Butch. He would
Yeah, I don't understand all this. It looks like he's in a bit of a panic.
On this last stop, why the driver change? We thought you might take it to the end.
No, our original strategy was to split it up, but we got a little bit out of sync and didn't quite work out how we wanted. We just think, 2 hours around here is a long time. Butch is absolutely mighty around here, so we thought with a new set of tyres, pop Butch in at the end, we might have a chance.
Leader in GT1 is in the 3-car. Ron Fellows haven't done another great stint. Turns it over to Johnny O'Connell. Tire change is done. Release the jag. Dan Biggs finds it up. Oh! I think there may be a problem on the right rear. The guy in the right rear, just as we were talking about how great this squad is, this could be devastating in terms of the win here today. I believe they think the right rear was not tight or the wheel was not located correctly on the pins. We're looking at the gun here. Get the car back in the air. Tighten it up. Now
Now, they're ashamed.
Oh, man, devastating.
Sorry, guys.
There's your leader. Hayanara Shimoda continues to just chip away at opening up that margin. It's up to about 37 seconds right now over Andy Wallace, but still well over a half hour of racing yet to go. Now, in GT1, we have had some unbelievable action here throughout the course of this race. And moments ago, we had another brilliant move here by Ron Fellows, who has been just flying around this track. It's now Johnny O'Connell after the pit stop, and O'Connell living up to Fellows' style of racing. Dorsey, look at this move.
Ronnie really on his game, coming inside the 57. It's very close quarters. That's turn 5. It's kind of a difficult off-camber entry anyway. Ron just smashes through there.
And right there, that third car behind the 2 Audis is the number 50 that is currently leading in the GT2 class. Robin Liddell now behind the controls. And the car is running very, very quick. But Calvin, we understand all may not be well.
well, it's not really a question of any problem, Greg, but they took the lead over after the 31 Peterson car just made their final stop of the day. And I thought for sure that they would need some more fuel to get to the end. I just checked in with Bull Orban, and he said, we're within a lap or 2 of making it. We're certainly going to roll the dice here and wait and see if that engine comes on Robin Liddell before he heads to pit lane. So it's going to be very close here. They're going to be running on fumes if they do make it to the checkered flag without a start. Georg Bergmeister, it's nice to say you are a champion now in ALMS. Congratulations on a great season, mate.
Yeah, finally I made it after being that close. Last year was AJR. No, changed the team and won the championship. It's great to win it with Peters and White Lightning.
Can Pat run down that Panos?
I hope so.
second would get them that team title, which is also important, but it's even sweeter when you get the win.
And again, we talked about the beginning of the race. One of the Porsche keys to the race was fuel strategy. Now we have two strategies playing out. One of these cars, of course, is okay. The other in question, the Panos with Robin Liddell, the fuel light apparently just come on. I mean, this fuel mileage situation we're going to see here. Who can do what? One in gravel trap, we're going to caution.
That's the 78 had another problem.
Wow, we don't have much time left in this race either. Hey, look at this. The Celine with a bunch of smoke. He's been involved with this car. He's got damage to the Celine. Well, there's two cars real close together there. They bumped, and that was right in the brake zone. Pretty good hit there for the corkscrew. That was under hard braking.
Here we go. The leader in the GT2 category, Robin Liddell, has made a stop. He is heading back out. The question is he going to be able to hang on to the lead? He did have a pretty healthy margin, but no, Long has gone by.
Talk about needing fuel. It looks like the guys down here at Penske were just a couple of laps off. Lucas Luhr brings the Porsche Spider in.
Now, do you really need the fuel, or just not showing as much hand as you got played? We don't know about this Porsche, folks. I mean, it's brand new, it's quick. We don't know the fuel mileage it gets, and we're getting dealt a bunch of different cards by Roger Penske. I can guarantee you, master statistician, he won't let us know any more than he wants us to know.
But there is Shimoda one last time through the corkscrew, through Rainy Curve, down into turn 10. Oh, they touched! They touched that car. Don't know who it was, but there was definite contact. And Shimoda now, last time through turn 11, accelerating up the long straight here, and the checker flies. The Zytek, after 3 poles, has come through and picked up a long overdue win. On board here with the 31 of Patrick Long as he makes this turn. He's going to be coming to the checker and putting an exclamation point on the championship they earned. Remember how important it was? Look at Jorg right in the middle of it. They said it's the team championship league just as much, and these guys are coming unglued. There you go, the celebration. You see Lucas Luhr as he has now taken the checker, which means a win in the debut race for the new Porsche RS Spider.
You guys.
And here we go, number 4, Ollie Gavin. Not just a championship, became a father for the 3rd time about a week ago, and now it's a championship to go along with a win at Petit, a win at Le Mans.
Hi, Nori. Fantastic drive there to finish the race. After 3 attempts, you finally take your victory.
Yes, thank you very much. Finally, we could win. So, yeah, until now, yeah, we had many troubles, then we had many crashes, then finally we could win, so we are very happy now.
Well, a big day for the White Lightning team. They take the team championship. They get the win here tonight and the drivers' championship for the 2 boys, Jorg and Pat Long. Pat, your first drivers' championship in a car. What's your feeling right now?
I can't even describe it. It's all about these guys right here. These are the guys that make it happen. But what an awesome race. Again, we came with a clean nose and pulled out more wins than anybody in this championship, which feels really good.
Well, a championship for Beretta and Gavin and Ollie. Gavin, I'm sure the win tonight was just the icing on the cake.
Well, yeah, it certainly was. I mean, this has been a hell of a race today, and it's, you know, we've had every single car leading, I think, in the class. And, you know, it was Olivier did a fantastic job at the start there, keeping a cool head, keeping the car underneath him, staying out of trouble. But again, the 4-car boys did a brilliant job in the pits, and the C6 was just hooked up today.
Well, Greg, they're back. Lucas Luhr and Sasha Maassen. We've seen them win many times in a Porsche before. It always had a roof on it, guys. This one doesn't have a roof on it. To come back and win again, but now in a prototype, which one of you is going to tell me how sweet it is?
It's really sweet. I mean, especially after a whole year, you know, working, not really racing, went testing, and nobody really did care about us. And everybody put a lot of work into that, you know, Porsche and also Penske Motorsport. And now come here the first time, show up and win. It's really sweet.